working on it day to day in the first season to go and do Mission Impossible 3.
Really kind of tells you're doing well when you leave Lost.
You're like, yeah.
Because, goddamn.
Do something else. Can you imagine?
Well, honestly, that's kind of what happened. We had this show. It was this, amazing thing to do. And all of a sudden, Tom Cruise said, "You want to go direct Mission Impossible 3?" I was like, "Goodbye."
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm leaving. Screw us all.
No.
But you die on this island.
But it was like my life's dream was to direct a movie. This opportunity came up. And Damon Lindelof, with whom I created Lost, stayed on the show. And he's been there with Carlton Cuse, another writer, and they've been running that show since the first season. It'll be the sixth season next year.
Amazing.
I just want to jump. Did you know at the time you guys created a monster with Lost?
Well, we knew it was something special because it just felt like this is insane that they're letting us do this. Like, we could not believe they were letting us make this.
I'm convinced that whoever let you thought it was going to be Gilligan's Island 2006, 7, whatever it was, because when I watched that pilot episode and just knowing what I knew, and I knew nothing about it, I was like, wow, this looks great, it's cool, but what's going to happen? We're going to have to just deal with these people on islands with, like, the Harlem Globetrotters land on the island once in a while, or some Russian spy or something. And then it got weird, and before you knew it, you're just talking about it with your stupid phone screener every week, and you can't miss an episode. It's do you now that you said you're not really involved in it? Do you still keep tabs on it? Do you watch it? Are you
of
a
course.
fan? Yeah.
But now I feel like I'm like the audience, and even though I know what
you can make a phone call and go, come on, what happens?
They don't need me. I mean, honestly, the work that they do blows my mind. I think they're amazing.
Why does every character have father issues? My girlfriend actually noticed that. Yeah. I guess that's a purposeful thing. Is there's no answer for that at this point?
Well, I mean, it's part of the when we first started the show, it just seemed to be. If you actually look at a lot of the stuff that Damon, the writer, and I have worked on in the past, that's always kind of been this weird theme. But they've really pushed that, and again, I mean, they've got sort of reasons for why they're doing what they're doing. So.
I have an off-the-subject question. I loved Cloverfield.
Oh, thanks, man.
Loved it.
Thank you.
A lot of people got nauseous watching it because of the camera work, but I thought it was fucking great.
Oh, thanks.
And then it was seemed like it was set up for a sequel. Would you possibly consider that? Because I thought it was really definitely worth doing a sequel.
Thank you so much. We're playing with an idea. I think that's pretty fun. That it's not in production yet or anything, but we're playing with an idea that I think could be a cool...
A musical?
Cool sequel.
That would be really fun.
It's Ethel Merman attacking New York.
Interesting and everything.
Well, we're playing with something.
We got him in here. You should tell us how Lost is going to end.
All right.
Let's make some news today.
What's funny is every time people ask and I actually start to tell them something, they go, don't tell me.
Oh, I want to know. Because
You know what it is? I want to know and then I don't want to know. Like, I don't mind when the next week on Lost comes on after an episode and then my DVR cuts it off. I'm like, good. I don't care. I don't even care. I don't care. And meanwhile, I'm like, God, I saw Saeed reach for something and I missed it.
Right. What about, we only got a couple minutes left with JJ, but Dark Tower. There's rumors.
Yeah, Stephen King was kind enough to sell the rights to me and Damon. And so Damon's, finishing up, obviously, Lost next year. What I'm hoping is that we'll be able to work on that when Lost is done. But, there's nothing set in stone, but it'll be great.
Got a lot of Stephen King fans in the room.
Oh, my God, he's the greatest. How great is it? We got to do this amazing thing about a year or two ago. We went, Damon and Carlton and I went to Maine and sat with him, and we did this sort of interview where we interviewed him and he interviewed us, and it was for a magazine, and it was amazing to sit with him and just in his office and just talk story and ask him all the questions that I'd always wanted to ask. And then after, he's like, there's this movie, it was a horror movie called The Descent, and he's like, that's pretty good. You want to go see a movie? And we're like, did Stephen King just ask us to go see a horror movie? So we literally we had dinner at this kind of family style restaurant with Stephen King. And my wife's from Maine, so I've been to this movie theater before. We went to the movie theater. We watched this horror movie where, like, the craziest stuff ever is happening. And, like, this character gets, like, a compound fracture, and he's like, oh, yes! Like, he loved it every time.
That's exactly how I would picture him being.
It was hysterical. And, I mean, it was just, like, literally a lifetime dream.
I saw him do, well, I didn't go to the movies with him, but I saw him do readings over at, I think it was over at Radio City or Carnegie Hall or something like that. And just to see him read his stories was amazing.
Which stories did he
The guy, he did it from, Lacey, the last one.
Lacey's Story or Lizey's Story?
Lizey's Story, yeah, that one. But then he pulled out a couple of other ones that were just like,
Any, like, classic, like, Night Shift ones?
Short stories. God, I wish I could remember.
I love
the
vampire. The vampire that flies the plane, and the lady sees him. The guy sees him in the mirror, and he just sees like blood shooting because the vampire's pissing in a urinal, and it's actually just the vampire pissing blood.
It's unbelievable.
Or the vampire who chases to find his grandson taken by a pedophile, and it's a vampire's grandkid. You read that story? I'm not making that up. Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
He rules.
We gotta get him out.
Oh God! Hey,
we were told that
before the publicity people ruin it. Could you sign our copies of Lost?
We were told we have to get him out within 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, because
This is too much
that's
fun.
actually Travis's.
Yeah, well, if you want to come back after the interviews, we're here for another 2 hours.
I love
There you go, Travis.
JJ, we're all big fans, and I want to give Star Trek an endorsement. I'll tell you why, Ant.
Yeah.
I didn't like Star Trek growing up.
The only
But how
one I
you
liked is
just
Wrath
no,
of Khan.
and I'm being serious. And how he just described it, I'm in now.
But that's how I felt too.
I'm in. 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna like really make it that if you didn't watch the TV show.
When
you'd
they
be-
told me there had been 10 movies, I was like, what?
What?
Like,
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't even know what Star Trek was. I'm telling you, this movie's made for people who've never seen it. It does not matter. It's a fun action adventure.
I came in front. Now, man.
The only movie
Right
I
on.
really,
Right on.
really liked was Wrath of Khan, and there was so much action in that one. That's kind of why I liked it. And, action 1980 version
Right.
of action.
If you see this
this
Star Trek, I hope you like it.
I absolutely know I will. I saw the trailer, and I'm drooling for it.
Oh, right on.
Great.
Thank you.
JJ, thank you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Great.
Thanks, you guys.
Please. You're one of the
soon.
real guests. We get fake guests all the time.
That's
Take
here
this C-lister, and we promise you a Z-lister.
Meaning, yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right, pictures being taken. All right, a quick break. We can do that. All right. Star Trek opens in theaters this Thursday, of course. J.J. Abrams, everyone.
Man.